one thing I just thought when I listened to the video, I just the part where she says when they were talking about the possibility of them getting into a relationship, he then asked the question, well, what would you add to my life? Meaning, like, when I'm looking at it, it sounds like they was like in a fucking relationship, and they and that she wanted to be his girlfriend, and he was like, why would I?
Exactly.
You don't bring anything to the table. So it's like, why would I do that? He's using his own common sense, looking at this female. You cook, okay, cool. I got Uber Eats. I mean, why do I, like, he was asking a legitimate question. Why do I need you in my life as my girlfriend? And rather than her be upset about it, she evaluated and was like, I need to work on myself. Or if I want to get what I want, which is a man to take care of this child, because I'm not with the baby's father, obviously, then there's some improvements that I need to do. She doesn't bring anything to the table. She is admitting that to herself, and I feel like that's the building. That's where the building starts.
Yeah,
and you can find
another dude. She should have been asking herself. This is what I'm saying. I'm not saying that there's no problem, right? But what I'm saying is it's a misidentification. What she should have been asking herself, if that's the conclusion that you came to, and I feel that that's a very likely guess, right? The one you just gave. The conclusion that she should have came to is, what am I doing that I continue to put myself in a situation where a man is only seeing me for sex like that? The only question that I would ask myself is, if I'm dating a man and I'm with a man and he turned and I'm pushing for a relationship or whatever it is, and he turned around and be like, why would I want you in my life? Why do you bring back? I'm gonna be like,
but you only wrong when you know you're wrong, though.
I'm not gonna.
Was she already?
You only wrong when you know you're wrong, Cannon.
No.
Like once you know better, you can do better. Like she said, at the age of 32, I just realized. At the age of 32, I just realized for the first time ever in life. So she's just realizing this. Now she keeps continually doing it perpetually, then that's an issue.
No, but she doesn't realize what the problem is. She thinks she's not cooking. She thinks
she said she did cook.
She said other stuff.
She said I do cook.
I think the subcontext was I just realized today that I'm not happy. That's what she said.
Right. Thank you. Right. Which
when she said she realized today I don't bring anything to the table.
No,
what I'm saying is, that is the part that she needs to work on, right? What I'm saying is the problem comes into play, and she will, the road that she is going down with her thought process, right? As far as, well, I need to be nurturing, and I need to have hobbies, and I need to do that. She could have hobbies, right? She could start trying to be more nurturing. She could get babysitters that could give her some free time to, cool down and other stuff. But if she don't handle why she's actually not happy, and if she don't handle why she's putting herself in, she doesn't really identify, right, what it is that she is doing that is putting her in situations with men that they see her as just for sex, then she's still gonna end up in the same situation. She could have
bring things to the table.
Just seen for sex. She could be more nurturing and all that, and still just be seen for.
But sex. You're not seeing the reason why you only use her for sex, because she doesn't bring anything to the table.
Right, and I think she's starting to realize
it's because she is not happy. Let me explain something to y'all.
It's the same thing, though.
It's not the same thing.
She has some inner issues. Whether you say she's not happy or not, she has some inner issues that she needs to work on.
I think what Cannon is saying.
Now, I think we're saying the same thing. We're just saying that the motivation should be different. It shouldn't just be, oh, I need to do this, that, and the other so that I can be appealing to a man. I think we all agree that she has some internal issues. She's bitter. She's angry. She's frustrated. She doesn't take care of herself. She feels useless outside of, her children. She only works, so she's probably stressed. I think we all agree on that.
And she's tired. If she is the way you are, she's tired.
She feel that way. In the context of the video, we're talking about what she brings to a man. But you guys are right. Like, she also has to work on that, just because that's what she needs to work on. She needs to become a happier person. She needs
she let some clown discourage her. I don't think she feels
why can't the question be, how can she compliment me? Or how can we work together? Like, what would it be like for us to be together versus what do I bring to the table? Because if you ask me what I bring to,
I don't blame
him. If you ask me what I bring, I'm gonna tell you I bring the chairs.
You're bitter,
because it's a
but
crazy
it doesn't
question.
matter. It doesn't matter. There is nothing that we can be compatible with if you are bringing drama and weight and negative energy to my life. There's nothing. Mm-hmm. And people have the right to decide
maybe you
what they want to invest in. Me as a woman.
So let me just say this. We need to differentiate between baggage and trauma versus imperfections and character.
She got baggage. That lady got baggage, okay? That lady has baggage.
Everybody do.
She unhappy. But I'm just saying for the sake of the conversation.
But
I'm just saying for the sake of the conversation.
Relationships, though, people, and we talk about this, people get into relationships when they themselves are not ready, or they invite somebody into their lives that is not ready.
Yeah, like, just like that nobody is perfect. What she brings to the table.
Nobody is.
Relationship.
Yeah,
and he don't know how to identify somebody. What somebody.
When the dude asks a woman that, I feel like he could possibly date men.
Wait.
Because why would I even ask a woman what you bring to the table? I know what a woman brings to the table because I'm into women. Like so if a woman say
that's all you interested in is what she got.
Yeah, so ain't nothing else for you to date but a woman or a man. So what does it matter? You dating one of them, you go date her.
Wait, so you saying all Cannon got to do is be a female? All Cannon got to do is be a female, and that's all you need. Just be a female.
Dude definitely look at he don't want no woman.
I want us to stress between. I want us to be able to differentiate between character defects and imperfections versus baggage. Obviously, this woman has some things going on, and she realizes that right now I don't need to be with nobody, and I get that.
But you can't put coochie in Uber Eats. You can get food Uber Eats with coochie. That's a woman. So first of all, we need a woman just for that. We gonna start there. We gonna start.
Yeah, but he don't got to get it from her though.
But we talking about women.
Yeah, he don't got to get it from her specifically.
Well. She should understand that she still has coochie to offer.
Ultimately, I think
she just dismissed it like it was. Oh, I don't go coochie.
It's like happy coochie, but it's coochie. That's what Darwin said.
You know what? We all like. I agree with you all that we have to be compassionate to people. You know, like I don't have a whole lot of relationship experience, but I can say, like, just in all relationships, you know, with my friendships, with my family, we all have to be compassionate, understanding, forgiving. Nobody is perfect. You know, I always talk about the scripture, make allowances for people's faults. That's something that I stand on. And I'm a very forgiving person. And, you know, I think that's important in relationships because I messed up. Everybody's going to mess up, right? But we all ultimately have a choice of what we want to accept in our lives. And I think that she shouldn't be living her life thinking, oh, what is my value in relation to a man? But you also have to understand people, when they are deciding who they want to be with, have every right to decide what they want to deal with and what they don't. And we all make character judgments, and we need to make character judgments. And I think that if any of us right now, you guys are married. Tony, I don't think you are, but like if you guys were dating, okay, you would be evaluating people, okay? And nobody has to be perfect, but you're going to sit here and decide, oh, is this the drama or the baggage or the issues that I want to pick up? And some men, even if they got back, look, I talk about this all the time, especially with these Black manosphere men. They be having 3 kids, 2 different baby mamas, and they be like, I ain't dating no woman with a kid. You know, they can have their own set of drama. But every man has a right to say, and just like every woman has a right to say, I don't want to
deal with that.
My life. Yeah.
So what if a man? So if the man ends a relationship or whatever fling like this, like, you know what, you don't have nothing to offer me except for coochie. Boom. Instead of saying, you know what, you have a lot to offer, but you're just not for me. The things you have to offer, it's not for me. You know, So it might be somebody out there for you. That the stuff that you do, they cool with. That's the thing. Men, we do things to knock women on, have them have low self-esteem. It's a reason she's saying this. And it's not because she has this self-discovery all at 33 all of a sudden. It's not because of that. It's not because of that. It's because
somebody probably told her this.
Well, let me ask you, Ashley, do you have any exes that you've dated in your past that you felt like didn't have much to offer your life personally, didn't have much to offer
I don't know. I'm very particular. I told you I don't have a lot of relationship experience. I've dated, went out on dates and stuff.
Have you ever met any men that you felt like didn't have a lot to offer, even if you didn't date them, but you met them and you assessed it and you was like,
well, for one thing, my thinking, I never think about if he has something to offer me. I think about his character, whether or not we're compatible. And I wanted to make a point about this. I think that's the wrong question. I don't, any dating situation like, oh, well, what does he have to offer me? That's not how I operate. You know, I think about, are we compatible? You know, is this a man I want to submit to? Is this a man I like? You know,
well, that's what I feel like.
So it's like, I think of other things, but I make character judgments. And there have been guys that I have known where I'm like, oh, I don't want that. I don't want that.
Right. Correct.
Same thing. Right? And it's not to say, oh, he's horrible and he doesn't have anything to offer.
Exactly.
I wouldn't say that to somebody. I would.
Well, but I understand is regardless to whether or not you would say it, do you believe that to be the truth? Whether you
everybody has something to offer, but I don't think of relationships like this though.
Not transactional.
Yeah, I don't think like that. I think that's problematic, and I was going to make a point about that. I think
that's what Kenan was saying.
But do I think that person, it would be foolish for somebody else to get into a relationship with that person? I say yeah.
Well, maybe somebody like you.
That doesn't mean that they're not. It depends on what it is. You know, it depends on what it is, right? But we all make character judgments.
What are these